All right, you ready for the next one?
Right.
This is from our buddy, Curve So Solo.
Oh, hey, Curve. What's up, man?
You are a friend now. Friend of the show. Okay, so Bobby Eaton recently passed, and I don't know much about him. What can you tell us?
Bobby Eaton, he's tremendous. He's probably, I think, as a tag team wrestler, one of the best with the Midnight Express with Randy and with Stan Lane. Both versions with Jim Cornette, the three of them together. It was not just the tag team; it was the three of them with Cornette. It was all magic with Jim Cornette and Midnight Express. Bobby Eaton was he's the kind of guy that I first worked with him at Georgia Championship Studios. This is 1988. You know, I would train. I would do some independent show somewhere on a Saturday night, for nothing, you know. Pick three wrestlers up, Bob Cook or Mike Thor or something, and drive all the way up to Atlanta and Techwood Drive and whatever that studio was called, Peachtree or whatever, off Techwood, right by the colleges. Sleep in the car, get in, take a bath in the sink because they didn't have a shower in there, and then try not to smell like I've wrestled 2 shows or been on the road for 6 hours, 7 hours, and I slept in my car. But then you'd see somebody like Bobby Eaton, and he would know your name. He'd be like, "Hey, Dave, how you doing?" And he'd be super, super sweet guy, super nice guy, and so talented. You know, I just think people this generation, a lot of people Dynamite Kid will get credit for opening the doors to these smaller guys, but Bobby Eaton was a top rope guy, man, way back when the top rope wasn't cool. I mean, he had the Alabama Jam. They had a tag team finish called the Vegematic, and I think I talked about that before, the Vegematic, where it was called the Vegematic, so Bobby Eaton would drop the leg drop with Stan Lane or whoever would hold them here, around the waist, had the legs wrapped, and they hold the forearms. And so a decapitation type of thing, Vegematic. And I think Jim Cornette came up with that name. And I remember asking, my partner actually asked Jim Cornette when we were doing the Blackhearts. We were terrible. We had a lot of cool moves, but we're really big fans of Bobby Eaton and the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette, the whole package. It was not just 2, it was all 3. You know, it's just a unit. And we asked if we could use the Vegematic for a finish, and we did for a while, but it was really bad. He couldn't drop the leg quite like Bobby Eaton. Nobody can drop that leg quite like Bobby Eaton could for that. Bobby Eaton was just pure magic in the ring. Just something special. And wrestling's truly going to miss him. The world is going to miss him. They've lost a good man. He was a really good dude. And I was really heartbroken when he went. It was a hard one for me, very hard. But yeah, he was amazing. Simply amazing.
I like the name Vegematic.
Vegematic, yeah.
In my brain, I'm like Sledge-O-Matic, Gallagher.
Yeah. Well, probably a little bit of it all. I think Jim Cornette came up with the name, so.
It's a cool name.
Because he would come up with, he would map out a lot of this stuff. People don't realize, well, they probably do now because he has his podcast, right? So, and he rants on about, it's old school, and he's mad at some of the products and stuff like that. And I get it, and I agree. I mean, wrestling is where it is now, too, at the same time. It's a different generation of people, different things are going on. The whole world is different in how they look at things. But he was really, really, he mapped their matches out and their heat spots and stuff like that. I mean, they were talented wrestlers, but he was the mind of that group too when it came down to getting the heat and the different things and stuff like that. So yeah, but Bobby Eaton was just amazing.